time to start working on the front bumper. It's been a while. I'm just getting reacquainted with it. Thought it was a little further along than it actually is. Thought it was in better shape too. It's bent in there. It's bent in there. That's got to get pulled down a bit. And I gotta fine tune that edge, get it to line up with the grill. I gotta finish off the tops, build the piece for the center. Then I gotta figure out a license plate on this thing somewhere. Problem is on this one, anywhere I put a license plate, it's gonna look like Bugs Bunny's front teeth. So it's not gonna get done just sitting here looking at it. So I just pull it off and start beating the crap out of it with a hammer. So I'll give you a little tour of what all we did to this thing. Bumper bolts got shaved. They're just welded in. This opening got widened out. So this lines up with the ridges on the hood. No one's ever going to notice, but it does. So that's how much that got moved over. And that's why this is all wobbly, because that never actually got finished. Same thing here. There's that piece and that piece. And this got straightened out, but same thing, it never got finished. This has to get pushed down a little bit. So yeah, might as well start with that. Kind of get this roughed in, kind of how it's supposed to be. Good a spot as any. Sometimes you just need to hit something with a hammer. So I got it better. Workable anyway. So I'll give you a little tour of what all we're doing with this thing. The plan was we're going to do a LED strip in here. That was going to be the marker light and turn signal. And we were going to get rid of the stalkers. One of these was going to get closed in, and then the other one, I was going to open this up and then use that for license plate mount. Just enough room. And then this detail here, I was going to copy this along here. Just going to use 1/4 inch round bar, weld that around the edge, and then just carve it to get that shape. But plans changed. Big shocker on this one. No LED. We're going to run these. He's not running a front license plate at all, which it's BC. Good luck with that. So what we are going to do, I'm going to keep the round bar thing. Only reason I can clean this edge up nice, get it nice and straight, get that all fine-tuned. Just be along the top, and then down the side it'll just taper off, just like that. And then this piece, to get this to line up with the grill, we got to cut along the top, along the bottom, all the way along. We got to slice it like right there. This has to get folded down, get that to line up with the grill, and then all this has to be welded back in. We'll have to do a little piece in there to kind of sharpen that edge up a bit. Front license plate. Now, even though he says he's not going to run one, it's BC. They're going to make him run one. What I'm going to do, so I don't have to do this after it's painted, I'm going to do a couple tabs off of there, 9° with a hole in it, paint it black. You're not going to see them. And then when they make them run a license plate, you can bolt it in. It's going to be pretty much the ugliest way to mount a license plate, but at least you can. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the plan today. The way this thing's going, next week it could be something completely different, but for now, it's what we're doing. So we'll stick this back on the car and carry on. So the front bumper on this thing was moved in 3 inches. You can see how we did it. There's the cut line. I just cut a 3-inch strip out of there and just slid that piece back. Quick and easy. So here we go, ready to start cutting and welding. So what I got going on here, those strips, the idea is to keep those 2 pieces from moving around, and hopefully that'll keep it in place. We'll see. And then what I got going on here, just took a washer, welded the bumper to the fender up there and down there, and it's bolted to the frame. Keep everything from moving around. It's the idea anyway. We shall see. It worked the last time. That's why it was kind of a big deal when they decided to just take it all apart and do the frame. Because I had this all like this. It was all welded together, and yeah, don't want to talk about it anymore. So I'm going to crank up the tunes and start cutting and welding, and you guys are going to go on time lapse. Because it's, yeah, I'm just going to get this thing done. Well, haven't screwed it up yet. You can kind of see what we're trying to accomplish. That's in about 3/8 of an inch in. Works good to about here, and then this corner, you can see how it kind of curves in. So I'm going to have to do a slice, pull that out, get that lined up. It's working good. And that edge and that edge are starting to line up. Yeah, everything's moving in the right direction, which is good. So I got that done. It's all welded in. Finished up. Gonna fine tune the curve a little bit, but it's working pretty good. That line came out nice. It's working good so far. So what I'm going to do here, go in probably 2 inches, trim that back, and then I'm going to add probably ½ inch, whatever. Do a little flange, bend that down, give it a little bit of strength on top, get everything fitting. This mess up here, if you remember on the back side that there's a reinforcement in behind, well, this is rusted out. It's just tissue paper thin. So when I do this, I'm going to have to put a piece in here, see how solid this is, and then repeat the whole process over there. I still got the put that flange around the opening, but it's getting there. It's moving forward. That's all that matters. So that's the cut line. I'm going to cut it there. Then I'm just going to score that line so I can bend it down. Yeah, all the way up. That's the idea. So there we go, all trimmed back. And I just scored the edge. You can see there. And then you just bend it over. Just like that. And then you just weld the edge, grind it smooth, and just like that. It's looking a bit better. Heading in the right direction anyway. This is a mess. I gotta fix that gap a little bit, and lots of fine tuning to go yet, but moving in the right direction. So now let's repeat that whole entire process on this side. Yeehaw. So that's this side done. Turned out not bad. Starting to look bumper-like. So I guess the next step, we're going to have to dig into that. We're going to do a little design change. This little ridge in the middle, getting rid of that. Just going to smooth it off. Same thing on the hood. We're just going to get rid of that, blend it into the middle. So that's the piece cut out. New one goes just like that. That looks better. So there's that piece welded in, finished off. Started working on this. Got that cut out and made my little template. That's what the new top's going to look like. Fits in nice under that piece. So just got to cut it out and weld it in. So that's that piece welded in, finished off. Starting to look like something now. Put a patch in there. Clean that up. I gotta fine tune that radius a bit. It's a little bit off, but minor. Definitely looks better. So the next thing we gotta do, weld in the round bar, clean up that edge. I don't know what I was thinking when I welded these things on, but brilliant. So I gotta fix that. I built a new camera mount, so you guys can get a little closer to the action, watch on time lapse, and let's get this thing done. That was a lot of grinding, but that's the body line in. Looks a little better now. You can kind of see the reason why we had to do it. Get everything lined up. It's going to need filler, so this is not going to be quite that pronounced. Not too sure how I'm going to do this yet. I might taper it off a bit more, but it's good enough for now. So we're getting close, but not done yet. So now that corner all the way along has to be welded. Gonna finish off the back of this, and then this has to get capped off, finished off both sides. So yeah, we still got a ways to go yet, so back to the bench. So now you can see a bit better what we need to do. That edge has to be welded all the way along. And I want to continue it around like that. And then these end pieces, that's got to get capped off, closed in. Do that on both sides, and then one thing I want to do in here is put in a plate like that, tie this piece and this piece together, give them a little more strength. And so yeah, that's stuff we need to do. We'll start with this, get that done, get it out of the way. Long way to go yet. So of course the camera decided not to focus. Whatever. So that's the idea. Get that smoothed off nice. So now it's just start cutting little pieces. I gotta put a piece in there. These pieces. All these little pieces. Yeah, that's the next step. So that's all our little pieces welded in. Just about done. So next thing we got to do, make that plate for in here. That'll be the next project. So that's what I was thinking. Just something like that, tie these two pieces together. The only reason I'm doing it, because way back when this started, this got opened up because we were going to do cold air intakes on the ends. But then, shocker, that plan changed. So with this opened right up, kind of makes this a little flimsy. And I just don't want it vibrating and, you know, splitting in the corners, splitting welds, whatever. So do a little piece like that, tie the two together, brace this up a bit. Should work. So just cleaning this thing up, trimmed up that edge, getting everything all pretty. Thought I was almost done. Nope. Forgot something. Now it's done. That license plate looks goofy on there, but don't have a lot of choice on that one. Yeah, I was not looking forward to working on this thing. Glad it's done. Actually turned out pretty good. So the client came by, had a look at it. He's happy with the progress, happy with the way it's looking, but bad news is we're changing the design. And while we're at it, budget's been cut. So, yeah, we'll get into that one on the next one.